Hello, my name is Sergeant Joseph Tripp with the Milwaukee VA Police Department. What I'm going to be discussing with you today is concealed carry. This is my audience behind me, my mother, my father, my wife, and my 2 children. Concealed carry laws. Safety of a weapon. Purpose of this presentation is to persuade you that if you're going to consider applying for the right to carry a concealed weapon, that you should first spend some time investigating your rights and responsibilities under the state that you are within. I'm going to be discussing the Wisconsin law and the balance between these 2 elements for optimal personal safety. The Second Amendment ascertains the right to keep and bear arms, but these rights are limited, and carriers must fully understand their rights and how to balance them with the responsibilities required for optimal safety. As a police officer and former Marine, I have shared unique relationship with my service weapon, but I've also experienced the clarity of lives changed or taken because of a gun was fired. As a husband and a father, I can relate to an individual's desire to protect themselves and their families. Our mutual desire to protect those we love is more than enough motivation to approach this most serious of subjects with an open mind and a desire to do the right thing. The concealed carry, or CCW, describes the practice of carrying a handgun or other weapons in public in a concealed or hidden manner, either one's person or in close proximity. The right to carry a concealed weapon includes certain limitations under the law, and it is important for us to understand these limitations. In the state of Wisconsin, a concealed carry class is required for individuals without prior military or law enforcement service. You must be at least 21 and be a resident of Wisconsin. A person who is prohibited from possessing a firearm under the state or federal law is a person who has been ordered as a condition of bail or release in a criminal case or for processing of a dangerous weapon. A CCW license from another state is not recognized in Wisconsin. So it is important when traveling from state to state, if you have a concealed carry, to understand each state's law before traveling through them. You must always carry your license and photo ID with you when carrying a concealed weapon. If asked by law enforcement, you must display it, but you are not required to show it unless you are being detained or else under arrest. Gaining a license for concealed carry is only as effective as the individual handling and maintaining this weapon. Proper gun handling and training decreases the risk of injury or death. These courses can teach us safe handling and maintenance of the weapon. Weapons with poor maintenance do not always function safely and effectively when required for use. I'm going to just tell you a few things of personal stories of a couple mistakes people made because they didn't know how to properly handle a weapon. So recently we dealt with an individual who had a firearm, and he had a similar little holster like this. Problem is that this one has 2 safeties on it for firing. His did not. He took this is one of those holsters that goes on the inside of the pants. Well, he went to shove this down in his pants, and unfortunately, because there was no safety, the trigger went off, shot him right into the artery, which killed him almost immediately. Another unsafe practice was another gentleman that we knew that was cleaning his service weapon. Fortunately, he forgot to check to make sure that the actual chamber was empty, and when he went to cock it back, it fired off. Luckily, it only fired into the wall and injured no one. And the last one I'll leave you with, which unfortunately happened in the Marines when I was there, a young man was taking the barrel off of a 50 cal, stepping in front of it instead of standing beside it when releasing, and somebody forgot to check to make sure that the chamber also was empty. So here he is standing directly in front of the barrel trying to unscrew it and take it off. When it clicked, it released the 50 cal and went right through him, which actually split him in half and killed him instantly. So these are some of the things that we need to understand when it comes to the safety measures of carrying a firearm, that it's a very serious weapon, but it can come in handy when dealing with things. Goodbye.